Good morning, guys. How's everybody doing? Welcome to my channel, The Real Deal, where I talk about your hair loss, why you've lost your hair, and is there anything you can do to get it back? Welcome to my segment, Coffee Chat, where I spend just a few minutes before I start my clients that we talk about your hair loss, or maybe some quick tips, or even some of my favorite tools or toys that I might have. So let's get started and have a conversation this morning. Okay, so today's segment, we're going to talk about, are you destined to lose your hair? Now, I didn't think much of it. I had great hair when I was a teenager. Even my freshman year in college, I had awesome hair. So I didn't really think about it. My dad wasn't bald, my mother wasn't bald. I had some uncles and distant relatives that weren't even blood relatives that were bald. So those guys, they had no impact on me really. So, and I had fantastic hair, so I was great. My hairdresser told me, oh, you'll never go bald. You have great hair. Little did they know. So are you destined to go bald or to lose your hair? Well, first, hereditary does play a factor. Does it come from your mother's side? I'm not so sure that that's not such a wives' tale as it is truth. There might be a little truth in it if you really break it down into chromosomes and DNA and all those wonderful things and get really scientific about it, but I don't really think that it's that big of a factor because I have baldness on both sides of my family. On my dad's side, there's female pattern baldness. On my mom's side, her brothers were follically challenged. And my grandfather, which I didn't know, at 50 years old, looked like he had fine, thin hair from the pictures I've seen. But so hereditary does play a factor. How much of a factor? It's really kind of undetermining because there's people that have bald parents that they have hair themselves. And so you never know where exactly that's coming from. So don't stress out about it because that leads me into the next part, that what are the causes for hair loss? Well, stress. You'd be surprised how many people lose hair just out of stress. Daily life of stress, dieting stress, because when you start dieting or doing some kind of extreme diet, especially if you're depleting your protein and your calories, then your body's being depleted, and everything that happens to your body basically comes through your skin, your hair, and your nails. It tells you a lot about what's going on in your body. So those factors are huge. Then there's other factors like medication. Are you on some kind of medication that might cause hair loss? Diseases, underlying diseases that you might not even know could be causing hair loss. Lupus, things like that. And then medical treatments that you might be taking. Chemotherapy. All these different factors can play into it also. And then also for some of you guys out there that are taking hormones, steroids to make sure you guys are all jacked up and have incredible bodies. That also, too much testosterone can cause hair loss. So again, you have to really look at a lot of different factors of what can contribute to your hair loss, other than hereditary. There might be just some outside factors that you might be able to reverse that situation and not lose your hair. Wouldn't that be great? So at the end of the day, it's really hard to determine if you're 18, 19, 20 years old and you're looking at your parents, or you're looking at siblings and going, oh my God, am I going to lose my hair? My brother did. Am I screwed? At this point, don't stress out about it because the stress is going to cause hair loss. All right, guys? So the answer to that question, I guess, is there really is no answer. Just time will tell. But you're in the right place to find out how you can restore your hair. The real deal. Okay, so let's move on to my next section and take a sip of coffee. So the next part of this segment this morning is going to be favorite tools or favorite toys. And I'll tell you one thing that's really changed my chair, my clients, myself, is these new fantastic water bottles that came out a few years ago. Now, years and years ago, I used to have this water bottle that maybe some of you have seen, these oil misters that you pump the top and you spray your olive oil on your food or whatever it may be. Well, they came out with water bottles like that, but I don't know. For some reason, they just didn't hit. I collected a lot of them. My clients loved them. They were great. And what was great about them is instead of a pump that you go like this and it spews water out and spits water out, these bottles, which now they've brought them back, and you can buy these at Sally's Beauty Supply, or your professional salon might even have them for retail. We purchase them and put them out on our shelves, but they come in two sizes. This is the bigger size because I use this professionally, and then there's a size that's a little smaller, about the size of the clear part of the bottle. That's great for traveling. But what's great about them that they're an air mister, and so when you spray the water, it just mist it in a really nice mist, which can also be great to take it to the beach and throw it across your face. But what's nice is when you want to touch up your hair, or you need to touch up your hair, and you go and you spray that water across the top of your hair, that you're not soaking it. You just want a little bit of water, a little bit of mist, just to change the direction a little bit or put it back in place. So these are great because, again, they don't soak the hair, they don't ruin your clothes, you don't get water all over your clothes, they don't put water all over your face. If it does, it's so light that it's basically going to just disappear. So these are great, great bottles. I love these bottles. I can't keep them in stock. My clients love them. Again, they're just perfect for hair and hair replacement. Again, they're air mist bottles. You can look it up online. You can also get them through Amazon. So I put a few links in the comment section below, or the description below, of where you can get these. And favorite toys, favorite tools. All right, guys, let's go into our next section. Moving right along. All right, so my big tip of the day or the morning is, when I first get clients, one of the biggest things I tell them is the 3 to 5 minute rule. Now, the 3 to 5 minute rule, what I'm talking about is when you're styling your hair, you're getting ready to go somewhere. If you can't make your hair do it in 3 to 5 minutes, walk away from the mirror. Because what's going to happen is you're going to keep putting more product, you're going to put more spray, more water, and you end up in the shower redoing your hair. Now, if you end up in the shower redoing your hair, that means you're probably going to compromise the adhesive around the edges of the system that you're wearing, the hair replacement system, not surgical. So you really don't want to do that. And then to go back in the shower and go through all that, who has the extra half hour, 45 minutes, or hour? So the best thing is, when you're styling your hair, it might not be exactly the way you want it, or the way it was before, or the time before that, but most people don't know. Only you know. And I guarantee it's probably pretty close. And sometimes you might find that that style that you particularly weren't happy with, somebody else might just think, oh my God, your hair is awesome. I love that little piece there that just falls into your face, and that little piece that falls into your face that they love, you hate. You couldn't get it to stay up. They just kept flipping it, spraying it kept falling down. So don't get too crazy with yourself. Again, I call it the 3 to 5 minute rule. If your hair doesn't do it in 3 to 5 minutes, walk away, go enjoy life, have a great time. It's not the end of the world. All right, guys? All right, guys, so that wraps up this morning's coffee chat. I hope you got a few tips and tidbits from this morning, and a little bit of knowledge. And if you have any comments, questions, let me know in the comment section below. If you've liked what you've heard today, make sure you give me that thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, because that's how I keep going, is you guys subscribing to my channel. And thank you guys for keep subscribing. And I'm Steve Luttrell, you're a hair loss consultant, and this has been The real deal. Have a great hair day, guys.